So I was working as a sound engineer, and one day Jim Franklin came in to the venue where I was working and performed Koten Honkyoku. And Jim is a good player, but there was also something about the Honkyoku itself that I found supremely interesting, and I decided to start learning. Another experience I had was hearing Watazumi for the first time. Hearing that sound was quite a shock, and that first time I wasn't able to appreciate it fully, but I heard his recordings again about a year later, and it was then that I was able to some degree understand what was happening in his music, and I've never stopped listening since. So Riley Lee established the Australian Shakuhachi Society in the 1990s, and I can't say for sure what is unique about the ASS, but there is a strong focus on two lineages, Chikuhoryu and Yokoyama-kei music. And I think that many Australians go to Japan to study shakuhachi, not because they're shakuhachi maniacs, but because I think they understand the value of studying shakuhachi in Japan. I don't think Australians are unique in this sense, but I do feel that there is a high proportion of Australian players who've studied in Japan. I'm not entirely sure, but I think Koten Honkyoku is probably the genre that interests people most. Very simply, Chikuhoryu Honkyoku, Yokoyama-kei Honkyoku, and then probably Shinkyoku and Gendai Kyoku. My PhD research focuses on Koten Honkyoku. I think that there are many possibilities for comprehension, expression, and for increasing our understanding of concepts such as Mars timing. And in particular, I think that there is a big range of possibilities for interpretation of Honkyoku. So I listen to Watazumi and Yokoyama a lot, and I often feel that they're playing, and I don't mean just in the musical sense, I kind of mean in the sense of, for example, the Japanese word asobi, to play. And I've always felt that I wanted to explore that sense of playing more. So learning form and technique is a given, and from there I feel that it's the responsibility of each individual to ponder Honkyoku very deeply. So Honkyoku has continued over a long period of time and has passed through the hands of many people, and it's not something that we can just discard, and I don't think it's something that we have to simply try and protect, and I don't think just performing it is enough either. There are many activities that we can engage in: studying, teaching, researching, playing, training, just doing in general. I think all of these things are important for Honkyoku. Players who haven't studied in Japan are often changing Honkyoku in various ways, and I don't think we can dismiss that and simply call it wrong, because it's a natural enough thing. But I often wonder how to harness change. And so my research examines performative differences between three generations of players, looking at how and why those differences are performed. One of my intentions through this research is to produce information that can be used by all players to increase their understanding of Honkyoku. Players outside Japan have relatively few chances to hear and experience traditional Japanese music or to absorb Japanese culture and aesthetics. So I'm always looking to find ways to understand how to convey Honkyoku, and also how to help people understand the culture within which Honkyoku developed. We don't get much information about the JSPN in Australia, and I don't know too much about the JSPN personally, so I'm not sure what the possibilities are for interaction in future.